there are a few things to like in that. I definitely like the entire trope of just like scavenging for old technology and making that work. As it runs through the end of the exploration and running through, like that's definitely cool. And you clearly do have a lot of ideas and context that's in there, but it's hard to see how that matches with the gameplay. So right, there's the conflict, or where I would want to see things maybe go a little differently would be to focus a little more specifically on the gameplay, like what we're going through and doing, rather than looking at different endings and looking at stuff like day-night cycle and pieces like that. I want to see a really polished piece of clear start to finish gameplay that lets me see like why I got that ending other than I just sort of ran into it in that way. As it goes there. But that said, like I mean the context you built around it, like it's cool. Like you've got a lot there. I'm not sure what that noise is, like every time it jumps, like a jetpack or something. So it's distracting in that way. Like and equally distracting is like the particle sort of effect, like running in the snow or whatever there, because I don't know what that is or where it's coming from. And there's something to that around pace, where there's a lot of like you're running back and forth. I guess you're trying to kill time, like kind of waiting for the text to come through. So there's a balance between text and gameplay, like why I'm doing it, to bring it all together. Like I feel like I got a lot of mechanics, a lot of things that don't bring a lot of cohesion in for me. So if you guys could redefine that and bring it together, I think that would probably elevate your gameplay a little bit overall.
So that was interesting. The effects I kind of liked, things like the sort of the snow getting kicked up as you're going along, things like the day-night cycle. I mean, these are things which you don't often see a lot in games. However, just to carry on the serious point, it felt like you guys had focused on storyline at too much on the cost of gameplay. And as a mentor of mine in the industry said to me a while ago, is that storyline is optional and is nice. Gameplay isn't. And so, to give you an idea, the general pacing of the gameplay itself felt quite slow. You jump up and you spend 3 times as long gliding back down again. The intro in particular I have to bring up because unless somebody's really invested in your game, if you're getting to read text, you've got maybe 30 seconds before there is ascension, possibly 60 seconds. And that was sort of like 2 or 3 minutes. I would, just to go on, I would recommend that you find a way to skip it along, especially if you've got like 10 minutes to show it together. You'd be able to skip it or try and take some of that storyline, because it did seem like there was a good narrative behind it that we just hadn't had time to see. But I would say bring that into the game world more, try and integrate in there so that people discover as you go on, and less so upfront.
Yeah, and in addition, I would say that I sense you have a really cool core idea on the backstory. I mean, there is something there with the different endings and whatnot, so I can sense it. I can tell from not really what you're showing us, but from what you described, that there's a core narrative in there, but it's really hard for us to hear it or to know about it in a pitch context. So I think it almost feels like you spent enough time on the wrong things, like making a day-night cycle. So it's like, but does the day-night cycle serve any purpose to the narrative experience, to the narrative design, or to the experience? And from what I can see, it doesn't. It's cool, but or like the dust being kicked up, dust or snow or whatever it is. It's like, does it serve a purpose in the world that you built? Does it serve a purpose to the narrative and the gameplay? And if it doesn't, then it's something that is cool to think about doing, and yet it's not a priority. And so I get a sense that maybe that was part of the issue in building it, but that's okay. It's just every game designer, every game team deals with that. I've worked with a lot of game teams where they focused on the wrong thing for too long, and then they realized, oh my gosh, we don't, like John said, we don't have core gameplay down. So I would kind of think about what you're prioritizing in terms of what you're actually focusing on to add to the environment.
Yeah, likewise, I thought the day-night cycle was very cool, but unless it's core to the gameplay, when you've only got this amount of time, I would spend the time elsewhere probably. So learning for next time. Work on cool technology that's going to reinforce your whole gameplay. On that note, though, I actually liked the footstep particles. I thought they did a good job of selling when you land on the ground and how fast you're moving. That kind of has some value in a platforming game for sure. Platform mechanics generally, I thought were pretty well implemented and form a good basis for expanding. I liked how you addressed the theme, like a robot, baby robot. It's kind of a fun take on it, particularly with the old robot carrying the baby around. I thought the music was pretty fun, and the art, particularly the close-ups, was well done. Kind of nice to see checkpoints in a game this short, particularly for platformers with death hits and stuff. I also liked that you included multiple endings, but I would get one really good ending first and then add additional ones if you have time later.
Good work overall. Definitely going to reiterate that I liked the artwork. The footsteps and impact I thought was a really good way just to represent to the player what's going on with movement. I also particularly liked the little pop-up interaction notification. That was a very clever move right there. I would note almost every major successful game I have encountered, read about, played, you name it, has had player involvement in the introductory part of the game, especially if you're going to be setting up a story this way. And I did very much like this story. I think there's a lot of room to expand there. I would say, just going forward from here, if you plan to continue development, which I do hope you plan to, create some method to train the player how to play the game while that initial introduction is going on, and you'll have the player's attention held much more strongly than you might otherwise. Also, good work on the text. I could make it out, read it, no matter where you were in the game. I like saying that.
All right, thank you guys.